say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing, because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. The shot that clears about to kick it away and get this season started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. So Ohio State's offense will have the first possession of the game. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed. But what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in... offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents.
Here's the heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down. They go to the counter. There he goes. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. He's up to 47 yards on the ground already. That is a way to make a statement early. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. Three receivers to the right. Going to swing it on second down. He unleashes a long one. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. Fourth down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be, and now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment, too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people really excited to see how he plays in this one.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll throw it down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Chanticleers line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Send the tight end in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Just ran him over. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires to the right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Backs it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with the...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half... Be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to go up top on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
QBs like this are so hard to defend. They know what you're doing, and they're getting the ball out fast. They knew they had the corner route, take advantage, hit it right now.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Just feeds the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Wants to bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll move the tight end. The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's Let's see what this is about. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. At the 35, he's got room. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 20.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man on the right. It's a running room. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Absolutely center cut.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. He's up to 57 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it along the sideline. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass play.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Here we go. Wants to fire on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding. Job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he knocked that one right down the middle.
Set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Buying some time. Got his man. At the 35, he's open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Got a little space. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They'll go right back to it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The shot that clears will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them. able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun, the inside give. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. He's now up to 77 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. On the run, it's Avery. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Quickly complete. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Another first down.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Chambers. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Chambers. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
And that's a first down.
Going to look downfield again. He's going to take off. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Into the end zone. On target over the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
First and goal, Buckeyes.
They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And the try is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out. End zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He'll keep it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And I've been impressed with this defense physically. Like, their physical domination of the line of scrimmage. Just the run game has been pretty non-existent so far. And, man, when you control the run game, a lot of times you can control offenses.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence. But the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for room. It's Avery. Kick, and runs through another one. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move. Turning it on. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Coastal Carolina has it. The shot to clear offense headed back to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Setting up the screen. He breaks a tackle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, they're...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Chanticleers will punt this one away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance. This time, the fair catch just inside the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this... would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Dropping back, it's Rasmussen. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Bring in the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Got it in the middle. It's Vick. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go right back to the run. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
The shot that clears come to the line, trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pocket breaking down. Got his man. Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they force a 4th down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. And the Chanticleers will try to pin them back with the punt. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Chambers. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Back to pass, it's Rasmussen. And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll go to the ground. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Finding open areas. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Running to Green. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Chanticleers have this offense rolling. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the missed connection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Forced out of the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Finds a little space. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
And the Chanticleers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Picks up the first down. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trench.
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And first and goal, I think a lot of people get very conservative. Let's run the football. You know, let's be very predictable. You can't be predictable, right, Palmer? You got to be aggressive, but what happened?
Well, I like the idea of calling a pass play down there, but hey, for quarterbacks, it's touchdowns, checkdowns, or throwaways. You are not taking a sack under any circumstance right there. That quarterback's got to do a better job having the clock go off in his head to keep his offense in good position to score.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rasmussen. The quick out. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Cliche, go win no every week, and for the first week they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.